If we happen to be ends, is that okay? Is it okay if I call you my pride, babe? I ain't no player, I just got a lot of bass. But let me tell you, I like you a lot, babe. I wanna start at the top and the bottom, babe. Now you want the
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ryan G, and I'm back again with another video. Alright guys, I'm basically back again with another video on this beautiful day, and I'm ready to bring you guys some new content and new heat. Today's video is going to be quite interesting, and it's actually a topic in which a lot of people talk about with their friends, their co-workers, so on. Online dating versus traditional dating. What you all think? Which one is actually better? Which is more preferred? This is what the discussion is about for today. And basically, are all dating apps about sex? Is it all about sex at the end of the day? Is that what everyone's purpose is as far as like why they go on these sites? Now, these apps could be like Tinder, POF, Black People Meet, Badoo, a whole bunch of different dating apps out there. I don't know them all, but like those are just basically examples of dating apps that a lot of people go on now these days. That's just an in thing. Most people are online, and especially with what's going on right now, everyone is really just basically online, having these discussions with people, having chats, text messaging, whatever. But we're gonna really get down to the bottom of this. Which one is like really considered to be like something that's like, which one makes more sense? Should we go back to traditional dating? Is it more preferred, or online dating? And that's what this video is really going to focus on for today. We're going to react to basically a discussion on the Jubilee channel. Before I get into this video, I want you all to do me a huge favor: like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to turn on that post notification bell. Gotta turn on that post notification bell to get the latest videos that I post on my YouTube channel. Now, without further ado, let's get right into this video.
In my DMs every day, we get like dozens of pics of like unsolicited, foreign, older gentlemen.
What is a misconception people have about online dating?
It's maybe that it sort of serves a narrow lane of like horny men.
That everyone's being something that they're not. Someone's pretending.
I personally had a great experience with online dating. I met a great guy.
Not everyone does very well on dating apps. Some of my stronger qualities are how I make you feel, and that's not necessarily something that can come through on a dating app.
I feel like the online dating thing.
That's the thing too, like why I'm more on the traditional dating side is because really and truly I can get to at least relate to someone better when I see them face to face. I can have a general conversation with them. I get to know if they're actually, someone that is interested in me, or I can already pick up on certain signs from that person when I actually see them, up close. Like I could actually read their, I would say their nonverbal cues. I can understand. I can really get to know that person while I'm actually doing traditional dating. When it comes down to online dating, sometimes it's very difficult to really get to know that person. And even when it comes down to like sometimes just messaging someone who you never really met before, you don't really know much about that person. It remains a mystery, and sometimes it doesn't get anywhere when you're online or you're on these dating apps. It really doesn't. Sometimes you'll be talking to someone for a little bit, and then before you know it, that person literally just stops like completely communicating with you. So it could be the same thing for traditional dating, but the only difference is, like I said before, with traditional dating, you can really see what that person is all about. And I think that's the best way to really like get to develop some sort of connection, if there's any, with that person. But slowly, this type of dating is actually dying out, and a lot of people are definitely relying on social media to really have an opportunity to actually connect with someone. And there's just a lot of pros and cons with that, but let's continue to watch this video right here.
Has really skewed how young men and women especially look at relationships.
But I think I'm open-minded, so I would love to learn just to see what kind of success that they have.
I'm Anne-Marie, and I'm a stay-at-home mom.
I'm Philip. I am 24, and I am a director at Jubilee.
And I'm Kendra. I'm 27, and I'm the casting producer at Jubilee.
Can I get my online dating on the left and traditional dating on the right?
Dating apps are all about sex.
I was a little hesitant to come up here because, again, I think it depends for certain people. But my generation, a lot of people just use it for hookups.
I was hesitant to come up here too because I don't think it's all about sex, but I do think it's mostly about sex. I think it is harder to meet someone who is on there genuinely to like find a connection and get to know someone who doesn't want that, because for me personally, I want to wait to have sex until marriage. And I had a friend tell me I was too wholesome. And I was like, I was too wholesome, and that's why I wasn't getting any matches, because I wasn't like showing cleavage and I wasn't posting like thirst trap pictures.
I've been through it all. So just
I want to also say that both men and women can go through the same exact thing when it comes down to like online dating. The thing is, a lot of, you know, people that are looking for that, just hookups, but then there's also people, both male and female, that are not looking for, you know, sex. You know what I'm saying? Men, there is men out there, such as myself, that's not always on these apps trying to look to hook up with someone. Maybe there are times in which all I want to do is just be able to get to know that person, but because, like, you know, all men, some people generalize all men the same exact way, so when you're not really asking for certain things, it comes off kind of weird. Especially to a lot of women, it's like, wow, he's not asking me for this. Wow, he's not really about this. This is kind of strange. It's kind of weird. Because, like, it just seems like that's what, you know, the culture is like right now. It just seems like basically, like, you know, yeah, most men is going to probably try and go for, like, you know, trying to meet up with the girl or meet up with whoever that person is. Like, but not every guy is like that. So it makes it difficult for the guys that do want to at least find somebody to talk to and someone who they really want to build a connection with, because of just all this, like, different types of, like, perception of, like, what people is really trying to be, whatever people is trying to, like, go after. What is the intention behind it? It's very difficult, man, when it comes down to online dating. It's really tough to actually really see through what someone really wants and what their interest is. Even though you match with a person, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person's really like 100%, you know, for you, or that person's 100% gonna get along with you and everything's gonna be, you know, flying colors and butterflies and whatever you call it, man. It's not gonna be like that most of the time.
Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, even Facebook has a thing now. But a lot of times it's just, you know, I'm going based off looks, and then, you know, it's one of those things where I feel like I'll meet my partner in person.
I have an idea for you, Percy. Maybe I'll be a matchmaker. I'll start a business, and I'll find like really quality women for you and really quality men.
I had a time where I was on 14 different dating apps, and everyone was like, "Well, Kendra, why don't you like go on Christian Mingle?" Christian Mingle is full of men who just want nice Christian girls and who are actually like Christian, and it's just like,
okay, I'm opening my business.
Going out on dates normally with guys, I would have just as much pressure as I would online.
Oh yeah,
it's just
go out.
From an online perspective, that's not what I was looking for at the time. But when I was looking for that at the time, online is an easy way to find it.
And this is just social media in general, is that you can get away with doing, you know, you can be like, hey, babe, you know, I want to do this and this to you, you know.
I mean, in my DMs every day, we get like dozens of pics. But like, unsolicited.
Another problem too that they haven't really covered yet, I know it was the beginning of the video, is that you just don't know who you're really talking to online. You guys can really definitely tell that I'm on the traditional dating side, but I do see both ways here. I'm not going to be biased in this video whatsoever. I know that a lot of people do benefit from online dating, but like as far as like just the whole aspect of like meeting with somebody on Tinder, there are times in which that person's not actually that person that you think is in the picture. That is called catfishing, and we all know what that is. Like, most of us know what that is. Like, there's literally a whole MTV show on catfish. There's a whole show about that, y'all. I definitely recommend you all to go and watch it, because it's a real thing. It's something that happens basically every day, because a lot of people rely on these online dating sites to be able to find and connect with someone. Sometimes they be messaging someone they don't really know for like about a couple years, like literally for like 3. I know about this case in which like this one girl or one chick, like she literally was like texting this dude like for like 3 straight years, And she eventually found out that the guy is not really a guy. It's actually another girl, and she was just messing with her and things like that. Like, trying to make it seem like this guy actually was interested in her. It was crazy. It's just one big mess. So you can't believe everything that's on, you know what I'm saying, social media. You can't.
Foreign older gentlemen. Yeah, but I mean, it's just like that's the reality of the world we're in today, and like there is a large hookup culture, so of course it's going to lead into online dating, but I don't think just because it's online it's necessarily going to lead to a more hookup culture.
Did you meet your boyfriend on
I did. I met him on Tinder.
You did?
Yes,
okay.
I did. Yeah, we've been going out for like 4 years now. He lives over in Philadelphia, and yeah.
I've never actually like gone on a date outside of a dating app, so I don't know. Based on the people I've met, I don't really feel like there's ever been like an expectation that it's about sex. For me, the only expectation going into a dating app is that you'll like get along with the other person. I mean, I have platonic friendships from people who I've like met through apps like that where it just like didn't work out, and like I think that the reality is for a lot of people, part of being in a relationship with someone is like sex. So it's really just like a matter of like thinking down the line.
Online dating perpetuates discrimination.
The kind of discrimination that I'm thinking of is good looks versus average looks. I feel like it sets a standard that's not normal.
Okay. You said looks.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with that. A lot of times when I'm on apps, it's always based off looks first. Like, I'm not even reading your bio or anything. And I'm just being honest. As long as, if you look good, I'll swipe right. And then if someone comes along.
You know exactly what they're talking about, guys. All y'all watching the video right now, you guys know that this is absolutely true. When you're basically creating a bio on these so-called dating sites, Black People Meet, Tinder, POF, you name it, it's really all about how the person looks at first. Like, if the person doesn't look like someone that you're attracted to, you're basically going to swipe the other way. You're not going to even bother to connect with someone that you're not attracted to. Most of the time, you match with someone because you kind of see that the person has some sort of attraction. And a lot of people trying to make it seem like, you know, yeah, I took a look at your bio and, you know, I like this. You know, we share the same interests. But most of the time, it's like, come on, be honest. You're looking at whether or not this person is handsome or is this person beautiful, whatever. You're looking at, do they have some sort of something about them that is sexually appealing at first. And this is what really sets a pretty high standard for a lot of people. A lot of people do feel discouraged to even do online dating because they basically can't get any matches and they feel like maybe there's something wrong with them. So it really leads to a lot of mental problems for a lot of people. And that's one of the personal reasons why I don't really encourage doing too much of online dating. It's very important for you all to also mix it up. I'm the kind of person that I feel like it's good to kind of switch up your strategy of how you meet people. You know, especially if you're in that particular stage of your life in which you're dating someone, you're trying to look for someone to actually get to know or connect with. Switch it up. Like, actually go out to places where, you know, you can actually socialize with someone. Like, it doesn't even have to be a bar or a club. It could just be like going to the park or something like that. Like, you never know sometimes who you might meet at just random places. Even just going to Walmart or any other store that's like down the street. You can meet people, talk to them. Interaction is essentially important. Basically, as you can see, like, communication is a huge thing now these days in anything that you do, especially even when you're at work. You know, you have to know how to effectively communicate to customers, whoever you're dealing with. You have to know how to talk. Online dating, I kind of feel like, takes away from that because sometimes you end up nowhere. You just message back and forth, and sometimes you don't end up meeting with that person face to face. It's just basically a waste of your time and a waste of that person's time as well. But let's continue the video, guys. Go ahead.
Girls take pictures from up here. That's not that's not reality.
Okay, can I say I'm taking this prompt from a racial standpoint. There's a lot of racism in dating apps, and that is just the fact. The founder of OkCupid released a study back in 2014 where he made a graph and collected people's preferences, and it showed that Black women and Asian men are the least preferred on dating apps. I've had guys when I was on dating apps say the most disgusting racist things to me, like, let's play dress up like you're the slave and I'm the master, or like I've never dated a Black girl before, or like you're.
All right, that's just like completely like I've never actually heard of anyone saying that, but that's definitely, I don't even know how to really respond to hearing something like that. That's crazy. Did someone really actually say that? I mean, she can just simply cut off that person. I know that's pretty offensive. Like, I would feel definitely some type of way. Like, of course, like that hurts. But you have all types. You also have to keep in mind you have all types of people online. You're meeting random people. You're meeting strangers. So you can't really have high expectations for everyone that you meet. If you guys want to actually see the full video, I do recommend you guys to type in online versus traditional dating. Jubilee is a channel, Jubilee. Really amazing channel, man. They have a lot of different videos like this. But anyway, as far as this video as a whole, online versus traditional dating, you guys know exactly what side I'm on. I'm on the traditional side. And it has nothing really to do with the way I was raised. It's just basically who I am as a person. I feel like the best way to really meet someone is definitely face to face. I feel like you get to really personally establish some sort of connection if there's any, and you're really able to like show that person what you're all about. It's hard to actually relate to someone just using emojis on a social media website. Direct message can only go so far. That's what I'm basically trying to say here. Like, you can only go so far with like emojis and whatever. It's easier and it's better to actually make eye contact with the person when you're actually on a date, and you can see what both of y'all really are all about. That's just my take on the whole entire thing. There's some solid points that was mentioned in the video, and some things I agree with, and there was other things I disagree with. But y'all basically know how it works here. If you guys like the video, please thumbs up. If you guys would like to comment down below and let me know what you all really think, what side you guys are on, online versus traditional, please let me know in the comment section. I actually do care about this stuff, man. I want you all to really relate to these videos. And if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, join the Ryan G squad. We're doing, you know, videos like this. We're gonna basically strive to pour out more content as the weeks progress and as we progress through 2020.